I was never supposed to find that mural. So I moved to this tiny river town on a total impulse. One of those, if I don't change my life right now, I'm gonna scream decisions. My parents, who've always been weirdly chill about my chaos, suddenly acted like I was moving into an active volcano. They tried so hard to talk me out of it, I brushed it off. I just wanted peace, trees, and maybe a bakery that knew my coffee order. The town was cute as hell, honestly. My favorite thing was this mural near the coffee shop. 3 young adults, 2 women, and a guy, smiling like they'd been painted mid-laugh. It was so realistic it almost felt rude to stare at. I'd walk past it every morning like clockwork. Then one week in, I passed it again, and the faces were different. Same trio, but older, taller, new hair. It was like someone hit aging filter on real people. I asked the barista, and she just shrugged like it was normal. Oh, it changes every year, she said. Then she casually added, do you know the story? Spoiler. I absolutely did not know the story. 20 years ago, a family in town was attacked. The parents were murdered. 4 kids lived there, but the oldest boy had been at a sleepover. He came home to chaos, his parents dead, and his 3 younger siblings, ages 4, 3, and 1, completely gone. No bodies, no ransom, no clues, just gone. The oldest brother paints the mural, she said. He updates it every year, imagining what they'd look like now. He never stopped looking for them. My stomach dropped straight into the earth's core. That night, I sat in front of that mural way longer than a normal person should. Something about the oldest girl's face tugged at me. Not quite familiarity, more like deja vu with teeth. I told myself I was just creeped out by how real the art looked, until I noticed the small scar on her left knee, the exact scar I had. I checked same shape, same spot, same angle. I'd always been told I got it in a bike accident. I didn't remember a bike accident. I didn't remember anything that would explain it. I went home, dug out my childhood keepsake boxes, and realized something even weirder. No baby photos. None. My parents always said they lost them in a move, but suddenly that sounded like a cover story a lazy criminal would come up with. Then I found my birth certificate. It looked like it had been printed off someone's HP office jet last week. The next morning I called my mom and asked where I was born, pretending to be casual. She hesitated, then said, St. Mary's Hospital. I googled it. Closed 15 years ago. She definitely would have known that. If she'd ever been there, I called her back, pushed harder, and she went from defensive to panicked in seconds. Finally she snapped, I told you not to go to that town, and hung up. That night I dreamed of a yellow house, a woman singing, a boy laughing. None of it was mine, but it felt more like home than anything I'd been told growing up. The next day I went back to the mural. The girl was 24. I was 24. The ages matched. The scar matched. My entire body went cold. There was a website printed at the bottom of the mural. I clicked through and read the full story. The kidnapped siblings, the cold case, the desperate older brother who painted them every year like some kind of grief ritual. I sent a message through the contact form. I think I may know something. Can we meet? He answered within the hour. We met at the park. He looked older than he probably was, like grief had sanded him down. When he saw me, his whole face changed, like he felt something he didn't have words for. Did you see someone who looks like my siblings? He asked. No, I said. I think I might be one of them. I told him everything. My fake-looking birth certificate, the missing photos, the scar, my parents flipping out when I moved here. He listened like every word was oxygen, and he'd been underwater for 20 years. Then he pulled out a faded photo from his wallet. A little girl, same eyes, same scar. That's my sister, he whispered, a week before they were taken. We took a DNA test that afternoon. 3 days later, he called me, sobbing so hard he couldn't speak at first. It's you, he finally said. You're my sister. Your real name is Katie. We cried together for what felt like forever. Then, when he could finally breathe again, he asked the question that's been living in my head ever since. There were 3 of you taken. If they only raised you, where are our brother and sister? Click the full story to see what happened next.